This is a survey of the postage stamps and postal history of the German territory of the Saar.As a border region contested between France and Germany. The Saar has a somewhat complicated philatelic history. League of Nations administration. Originally a German territory of great interest to France. After World War I, the territory of the Saar Basin was to be administered by the League of Nations for a period of 15 years. In the absence of an existing nation to take over mail delivery, the League established its own postal administration. The first stamps of the Saar were contemporary German stamps overprinted Saar and with a heavy solid bar striking out the DEUTSCHES right at the bottom of the stamp. This overprint was applied to 17 denominations, ranging from 2 Pfennig to 1 mark, and first went on sale the 30th of January 1920. The stamps of Bavaria were overprinted similarly, and first available on the 1st of March. On the 26th of March, more German overprints were issued, this time reading SAARGEBIET, and not striking out the name of the old rite. Surcharges of 20 pf, 5 meters, and 10 meters on German stamps came out in early 1921, followed by the Saar's first definitive series. This was a set of 16 local scenes, ranging from a view of the Saar River near Metterlach to the Burbach steelworks at Dillingen. The stamps were somewhat rudely typographed and most were printed in 2 colors, although bordering on the garish they are striking nevertheless. On the 1st of May 1921, the series was surcharged in centime and francs, and in 1922 it was replaced by a new series of same designs, but redrawn, denominated in the new money, and printed in different colors. The Madonna of Blieskastel was commemorated by a pair of stamps in 1925. Then in 1927 a new definitive series came out, still borrowing designs from the first series, but now in different shapes, and printed in a single color using photogravure. On the 1st of November 1934, in preparation for the plebiscite the following year, this series was overprinted. VOLKSABSDIMMUNG 1935, the plebiscite in January 1935 having gone in favor of rejoining Germany. Saar came under the German postal system. The issue of a 4-stamp issue marked the event. French administration. After World War II, Saar was one of the occupied areas to come under the administration of France. On the 28th of July 1945, the postal service in the Saar area was dissected from that in the French zone of occupation in Allied-occupied Germany, forming the Oberpost direction Saar in Saarbrücken. Postal service were provided again starting in August 1945 for official purposes, and private mail, at the beginning to a restricted extent only, was readmitted since September. First stamps only valid in the Saar area were issued as of the 10th of January 1947. A first set of definitives came out in mid-1947, and included 17 stamps using 6 designs, including worker of various occupations, Metterlach Abbey, and Marshal Ney. 3 of these values were also printed on paper watermarked with a pattern of curving lines. These first stamps were denominated in German currency, but just as before, were replaced in November by French currency denominations. The postal tariffs were adapted to the French postages. Mail to France was to be franked at the domestic postage, mail to Allied-occupied Germany at the foreign tariff. The postal service of the Bizone subsumed mail to the Saar Protectorate under the foreign postage only as of the 1st of October 1948. On the 17th of November 1947, the Oberpost direction Saar was transformed into the Post Telegrafen und Telefonverwaltung des Saarlands, keeping the headquarters in Saarbrücken. Postal vehicles and post boxes were green, like in France. The French established the Saar Protectorate in December 1947, and on the 1st of April 1948 the PTT Saarland issued a new series inscribed SAAR-POST, followed by another in 1949 inscribed Saar. The PTT Saarland issued a few commemoratives each year through 1956, punctuated by a definitive set showing various buildings. In 1952, after the 1955 Saar Statute referendum failed, France accepted the prevailing preference of the Saar population to return to Germany. So following that, mail to West Germany, East Germany, or either part of Berlin was charged again with the domestic postage. German administration. On the 1st of January 1957 the PTT Saarland was transformed into the Oberpost Direction Saarbrücken of the Deutsche Bundespost. The return of the Saar area to German control was commemorated on the 1st of January 1957 by special stamps, then followed shortly thereafter by definitives with the then standard profile of President Theodor Heuss, and inscribed both SAARLAND and Deutsche BUNDESPOST. The numerals did not indicate a monetary system, but were implicitly francs. Later in 1957, the stamps were reissued with a small f after the numeral. Starting on the 8th of July 1957, mail from the Saarland to France, the French dominions, Italy and Luxembourg was not subsumed under the domestic tariff anymore, but under a preferential postage granted until the 30th of June 1959, when the general foreign postage started to apply. Additional commemoratives appeared regularly for several more years while the German monetary system was re-established on the 6th of July 1959. The last postage stamp of the Saar was a single 15-franc issue honoring Alexander von Humboldt, which went on sale the 6th of May 1959. Thereafter Saarland used the regular stamps of the Federal Republic of Germany.